is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Talking about Pam Newton.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. I thought yesterday you told Panthers as they come out here on offense. And it's been an interesting 3-year run. You look back to their Super Bowl appearance, then they dropped to 6-10 a couple of years ago. Last year back in the playoffs with 11 wins, so one in 2018.
Yeah. I think a continuation of 2017 and an expansion on what was
so I said I'll take Cam from you and then
Cam Newton could be
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement.
Their
execution has been very poor.
I'm about to
drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
final touches on them.
Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
I'll be ready
at
to
their
go.
own 42.
They
start on the ground with Elias. And he's got some space here. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend
now
there.
he glad.
No doubt about it.
A few minutes ago he said don't hang
up. Able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Oh, no, you said you better not hang on. My fault. My bad.
A first down carry for Smith. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What quarter they in?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second down, Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And a pressure gets to him again. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on.
The coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7.
The good thing for Dallas, they play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003, 2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some adversity. They've lost some key veteran players along the way the last 2 years. So the face of the franchise, actually the face is quarterback Dak Prescott. But to me, the guy who really makes them go, running back Ezekiel Elliott. If they get 16 out of him, expect Dallas to be in the thick of things.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To Smith, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Second down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Hey, Richie.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 28 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defense defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually very precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, maybe off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
These practices real quick, boys. Don't take me 4 on each. And then we can see who really control the NFC. You hear me?
The first down carry by Elliott.
You gonna learn today.
Picks up about 6 as he gets down to the 41. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
Man, she got that hit. She got that hit. You see that? She squared the kick. I go, bow, right into it.
Dominated by the guys with the football.
She got that still. I got to get you some pads, girl. She turned back and gave him that mollywop.
Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said.
Oh, yeah, I got to switch
Any
in
player he
mechanics.
wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2.
Okay.
And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 down, 1st and 10.
Huh?
The give is to Elliott. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You don't even practice, so what you talking about practice?
On the carry, it's Olawale. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Because you play the same way, run the same plays.
And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The Rod talking all that. Like, he talking all that. I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna win that game. And losing. You gonna do this? You gonna do that? You can't win your division losing, bro. If you can, let me know the secret.
Brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was. Handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back.
You really need that confidence. You really need that confidence, dude.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What? LeBron, you ain't got no new plays, man. Why you shouldn't have been on? Tell the story.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Let's rock now.
Here's Newton now at 2nd down. Flush to his right.
Yeah, I'm doing the defense side of practice now. This shit.
The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one will be accepted.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Nah, the computer too small for that. This shit crazy.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on third down. Newton dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
That's some good stuff right
His
there.
first touchdown
Running
as a
around the
Carolina
circle.
Panther. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the line. This offense trots back out there now as they do, Charles. One thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go. So you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well. Because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
26. We go 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try to find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I said you can send it, bro.
This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Newton on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Newton flushed out right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities.
You saw me already, Green Bay?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let me see if they let me load in with you.
Pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The game of the week is about to be live. Shout out to all my friends, all my people, all my supporters.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, we just got good luck. Let them big bring it in.
To the fullback for the wallet. And he'll be limited to a short gain to about the 34-yard line. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Woo!
The give to the fullback on the dive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And this is why aggressive defense
that ain't gonna last too long, boy.
It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Pushing his way through. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Yeah.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches
can't fight it. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's
able to get up here to the 26. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun. Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. We do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline it, as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider when you're talking about penalties.
Let's go. Let's go, Raekwon. Let's go, Raekwon. We got him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
He ain't gonna make
and that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Raekwon. Let's go, Raekwon. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
Go.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's go. That's not going to get him.
Prescott.
Yep. Boy.
He went backwards 8 yards, and it brings up third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back
in the
second half.
Here we go. Quarter 3. Let's go. Let's go. Get your ass back in the game. Let's go.
And an alley to run. And he'll return this one
Let's go, boys.
out of the other side of the field.
Good job.
That strong return.
Good job, boys.
For this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good job, boys.
Get your ass kicked. Nah, I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
Come on, boy.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And
What's the score?
he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 13
Oh,
yards there on the play and a fresh set of down.
21-14.
Alright.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him
I
going.
was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled.
Let's go. Man, that's how you run. Let's go. That's how you run. Let's go. We can't do that for a quarter. Let's go.
That's a good start for him.
Let's go.
Get out for Olsen. So
Let's go. Let's show him how to tote that rock.
Couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half,
Yep.
incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going
Wow,
back to him.
you
Find
sure
him.
was.
Find him.
That's
Here's
good for
second and
game.
10 now from about the 32.
Oh, my God.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And it'll be
Toe tap.
intercepted.
Toe tap.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Toe tap.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, that was uphill, right?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Smith. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
Nope.
Sets up a very manageable
No.
second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Then we're going to 53.
Good kick, boy.
Throwing. Prescott. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Addison in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
The throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the Cowboys pressure pressure, gets there this time for the sack. Taco charge.
Let's go. Swallow him whole. Let's go.
A loss of about 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Shit ain't gonna work this time.
On to it through the contact.
Shit ain't gonna work. Long ride.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to play last time they had the ball, but when you get a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position.
I agree with that, man. That was
your defense because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
They cheated in big time.
Get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a give to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's right.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Oh, fuck. What going on?
They keep it with Smith on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Smith. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's huge a threat as Ezekiel Elliott is with the ball in his hands in the run game. I have to believe that the Cowboys want to continue to expand him in the passing game. Excellent hands, can run nice routes. They don't just have to throw it to him on screens either. They can make him an integral part of the passing game and increase their offense.
58 catches through his first 2 years, so you expect that total to go up.
I think that he can get 58 catches in 1 year if they choose to concentrate on it.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Well, Zeke's having a great game here, Charles, in the second half. What was the difference rookie season to second season? Because he went from 5.1 yards per carry to 4.1.
Well, inconsistency. Remember, his second year, Zeke was in and out of the lineup a little bit, as well as his offensive line, where the front five pretty much went the entire way his rookie year. Last year, there were guys in and out of the lineup due to injuries as well. Not the same continuity.
Well, things are clicking here in this one for him. Now it's Barnes. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Carroll.
Just winning this game.
Getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm.
Right,
a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Newton. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 3rd and long.
Defense getting down to the field, guys.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go back to the ground with Smith. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And we're back now in Charlotte.
Let's go!
Let's
go!
They'll be looking to tack on to their lead.
Let's go! He's not right, coach. Bryce Callahan, let's go. Bryce Callahan, let's go.
Cowboys on third
No, that's how we
They're
did.
hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Good blocks, boys. Boys. To the ball, boys. Let's go, man. He got fit for the mission, coach. He got fit for the mission. Let's go.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out now.
We straight. Let's go. We straight.
He's been terrific so far.
We straight.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Panthers coming out now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that.
Let's go, first match. Let's go. Only 1 yard long. 3 yard long, all right? 3 yard long. Yeah, no, we got it.
To make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs.
Let's go.
You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Let's go.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Give me that block. Give me that block. Give me that block. Let's go. Let's go.
First down.
Let's go.
He's going to look deep.
Hold your collar, baby. Hold your collar, baby. Let's go.
Incomplete.
Let's go.
Penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Let's go, y'all.
No, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have
Let's
these
go,
kind
boys.
of plays.
Let's go, boys.
So now a fresh set of downs.
Get to that outside. Yup, get to that outside. There you go. Get to that outside. Let's go. Good job, boys.
Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open.
Oh, my God. Come on, Ray Cole. That's ours.
Down to see the rush.
That's ours.
It's time to make a break for it.
Throw it out. All right. Throw it out. Throw it out. All right. Throw it out. Time to shine, boy. Time to shine, boy. Boy, hurt. Boy, hurt right now. Let's go. Let's go. So I got you on the team. Time for you to shine, baby. Time for you to shine, baby. Let's go. Time for you to shine, baby. Time for you to shine, baby. Time for you to shine, baby. Oh my God. You better better again. You better smack fire at him, man. Showed it to you. You going for a couple of weeks, all right.
7 of 7. It's
Let's
first
do
and
it.
10.
You cool, boy. Take your break. Take your break. You cool.
Snap for Newton.
You cool like the other side of the pillow, baby.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first
Get
half
you back
connecting with
real
his
time.
receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Good go.
To throw again. Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Irving. With a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty good pass plays there. Big but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
I'm just monitoring.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely.
You don't want no smoke. Let's go. You don't want no smoke. Let's go. They don't want no smoke. Run it again. Run it again. I don't care. Run it again. Same play. We don't want to see you. We do not want to see you. Same play.
Thomas, his first
same play. You don't want to see you.
Goes for 6. And the Panthers
same play. Let's go. Run it again. One more time. One more time. You ain't get to where I want you. Let's go. One more time. One more time.
Yeah.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this
one
away. This one fielded at the 5.
You don't want none of that. You don't take a piece of that. You don't want none of that, Howard.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 3.
You don't want none of that. Let's go.
The offense for the Cowboys now.
I quit looking at it because
last touchdown.
I thought the Memphis was going to win. He had like 2 minutes left.
Slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me,
good game.
by word, pumping his team.
Good game, Chop.
Deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word.
I say good game.
Indeed means action.
Exactly.
I told you, you just play the right way. Damn, you mean it's 35-34.
Let's go.
Man,
come on, man.
Just 1 second showing on the play clock. We're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I can't talk on the rod. I'm sick. My throat is so unreal.
Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring.
Good block. Put your head down. Get some. Get some.
And his big brother's
so
out
time
now.
To start going in the other direction as they come up now.
Let's go, man.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Time out, ref. Time out, ref.
Didn't they really cut loose with that one? Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. We're on the run, boys. We're going no huddle all the way out. We can't stop the clock. We're going no huddle all the way out. Let's go.
They are. But
let's go. Let's go, boys.
That culminated in touchdown. I think they carry that confidence into this one.
I take this easy 6. I take this. I take this. I take this. I take this. Easy 6. I take this.
Good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Good job, boys. Good first half.
Right way.
A solid run on first down. Gain of
7. Good first half, boys.
2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Where you going, boy? Where you going, boy? Where you going, boy?
Yeah, take his time.
Complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of
Mississippi
at the 18. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Go, Mississippi. Mississippi, y'all. Mississippi. Yup, there we go. Here we go. He gotta come back to us. He gotta come back to us. Good job.
I started watching it because I thought that Connect was going to shoot the clock and win the game. All he had to do is kick a field goal.
I'm a defender.
Good job, boys. Man up, man up, man up, man up.
Moving around, making
Man
it
up,
happen,
boys.
and instead of
Man up, boys.
protecting himself,
Man up, boys.
he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. He needs to make those plays.
Good job, boys. Good job,
At this
boys.
stage of the game,
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got
Good job, boy. Take that sideline. Take that sideline. Let's go. That's how you start the second half.
twisted around into the proper position.
He said he gonna beat them bigs, boy.
Ball as you heave it downfield.
I control this division, and I damn sure control Green Bay.
Good throw, is it?
Green Bay, that's what that's about Green Bay. When he get the loser, he lead the party.
What's wrong with that boy, though? He was talking all that. He was talking all that. He was talking lavish. We still got another quarter, though, boys. We still got another quarter. We still got one more quarter left. Let's go. Finish this off. Let's go. We got 19 minutes. 19 minutes and 49 seconds.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Smith.
Good job, nigga. Cut inside. There you go. There you go. Good job, nigga. Cut inside. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey, fuck y'all.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are.
Hey, why y'all not playing tonight? Fuck y'all
on
online.
ball here in a long distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Off the play fake. Right.
Hey.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner.
I'm ready to jump back
He's a
on it.
backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Hey. What quarter was it in? Yeah, y'all started up.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. But fortunately, he's
Hey,
able to recover his own
okay, I
fumble.
don't like
That
it.
could
He
have been
said
trouble.
basketball.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Cam Newton, 3 game-winning drives for the Panthers last year. He's got a chance to lead one here on 1st
Hey, you
and
can
10.
go to work.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Yeah.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had
Hey,
possession
tell
there.
MVP to John.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch.
Yeah.
You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw.
Could it be that? Could it be that you playing a better player?
Fly. The guy's man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw.
Get close.
Look at this. Completing it to Thomas. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. to throw. Rolling to
Where you going, boy? We here. Where you going?
Got the first NFL touchdown in the career of DJ Moore. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, coaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This one fielded at the 5.
Nice damn play.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. One possession game.
Come on, y'all, back in the team.
Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Good job.
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. Dancing. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Yeah.
Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Rush. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
I might come back. No. Oh, yeah, they're going to be out. Yeah. Yeah.
Green 39. Green 39.
Yeah.
Off-play action. Rush. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small
lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.